Hello, hi guys. I welcome you all to Smart Kida Current Affairs Mock Test 15th May. Let's start with it. Retail inflation in April has eased to how many percent after rising to a 4-month high in the month of March? So, what was the retail inflation in April according to the new ratings? The answer is 4.29%. So, retail inflation has eased to 4.29% in April, and March IIP grows by 22.4%. So, you can see it here. This is measured by the Consumer Price Index and fell to 4.29% in April 2021 from 5.52% in March, according to the official data released by the government. The source is Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Who among the following has been appointed to the Executive Committee of International Council for Advertising Self-Regulation, ICAS? The answer for the same is Manisha Kapoor. So Manisha Kapoor has been advertising industry watchdog Advertising Standard Council of India. Wednesday announced that its General Secretary Manisha Kapoor has been appointed to the Executive Committee of International Council for Advertising Self-Regulation. So you can see it here. She will be one of the 4 global vice presidents on the Executive Committee. It is set up by the European Advertising Standards Alliance in 2008. ICAS is a global platform for self-regulatory organization, SROs. So what is this body's main purposes? So this is you can understand that this is a self-regulating, regulationing body. So it deals with the advertising standards, and this is the watchdog. So it's a very, very important position that she is going to hold, because this industry does not have many checks from the government. It regulates itself. So very, very important appointment of Manisha Kapoor. Which motorbike company has launched an all-electric motorcycle brand, Livewire? The latest effort by the company to ram up bets on the rapidly growing electric vehicle market. The answer for this is Harley Davidson. So Harley Davidson has announced Livewire as its electric vehicle only sub-brand and officially revealed the new logo that will represent Livewire. So you can see it here, Livewire is here. It will take 12.5 hours to charge on 120 volt, 12.5 hours on L2, 240 volt. If there is a DC fast charging, that it will charge 80% in 40 minutes. The combined city capacity for this is 95 miles. This is quite a good city and highway. And the starting price is almost $30,000. If we multiply it by 80, then it's almost I guess costs around 24 lakhs. So Livewire is selling reasonably good, and that's why the company has ramped up its bets, and it has launched it with a new logo. Which company has entered into an agreement with the Punjab National Bank to provide a 3-in-1 account to the latter's customers? Kindly give the correct answer. The answer for the same is Geojit Financial Services. So Punjab National Bank and Geojit Financial Services joined hands to tap retail customers who are aiming to save more and betting big on capital markets amid pay cuts and falling income levels. You can see it here. Both the entities signed an agreement to offer a 3-in-1 account, which will combine savings and demat accounts of the banks with non-banks trading account. So many banks are doing it. Which edition of India-Swiss Financial Dialogue was held virtually in New Delhi? Kindly give the correct answer. Which edition of India-Swiss Financial Dialogue? 5th, 6th, 4th, 3rd? Kindly give the correct answer. The answer is 4th India-Swiss Financial Dialogue. So the 4th India-Swiss Financial Dialogue was held virtually in New Delhi yesterday. Secretary Economic Affairs Ajay Seth, he is the new appointment, led the Indian delegation. The delegation from the Swiss side was led by Miss Daniela Stoffel, State Secretary, State Secretariat for International Finance, Switzerland. So you can see it here. The two sides mainly emphasized on the importance of coordinated bilateral action on clean and resilient post-COVID world. Which of the following countries has chaired the first BRICS Employment Working Group meet virtually? Kindly give the correct answer. The correct answer for the same is India. So it has chaired the first BRICS Employment Working Group meeting virtually. Shri Purva Chandra, Secretary, Labour and Employment. So that was the Economic Affairs Secretary. This is Labour and Employment Secretary. Chaired the first BRICS Employment Working Group meeting held on 11th to 12th May 2021 in Sushma Swaraj Bhavan, New Delhi in virtual format. So India has assumed the BRICS presidency this year, and the prime agenda for the discussion were promotion of social security agreements amongst BRIC nations, formalization of labor markets, participation of women in labor force, and gig and platform workers' role in the labor market. Gig workers are like small-time jobs. Google Pay users in which country can now transfer money to India and Singapore as per the recent report? The answer is none of these in this, because in Google Pay users now in USA can transfer money. So Google Pay users in USA can transfer money in partnership with remittances firms like Wise and Western Union Company for the users of its US payment app, the company said on Tuesday. So you can see it here. So it has a large plans. It will plans to expand to 80 countries worldwide via Wise, and this is the remittance funds, and 200 via Western Union by the end of the year. Name the woman who has received the World Food Award 2021. The answer for the same goes to Shakuntala Haraksingh. So World Food Award is an award that aims to recognize achievements made in the field of food and agriculture. You can see it here. This year the prize goes to Dr. Shakuntala Haraksingh. She is a global nutritionist of Indian origin. She has won the award for her unprecedented research in developing a holistic nutrition sensitive approach to aquaculture and food systems. So you can see it here. The title prize is $250,000, and title and prize money goes with it. Anup Bhattacharya passed away recently. He was what was he? The answer for the same is that Anup Bhattacharya was a freedom fighter. So freedom fighter and Swadhin Bangla Betar Kendra musician Anup Bhattacharya passed away. He was an exceptional Tagore singer, Tagore music. He composed ball songs and modern Bangla songs. During the liberation war of Bangladesh, he worked as a composer and music director at Swadhin Bangla Betar Kendra. Some of his patriotic songs like Tir Hara I Dhiu E Sogor, Rokto Diye Naam Likhechi, Purbo Digonte and Nogor Tolo Tolo inspired the liberation war fighters during 1971. Which of the following state is set to become the first Indian state to join the global COVAX COVID-19 Vaccine Global Access Alliance? The answer for the same is Punjab. So Punjab is going to join it. Facing the anti-COVID vaccine shortage, Punjab government decided to join the global COVAX Alliance for sourcing and immunization shots at the best price. By doing so, Punjab will become the first state in the country to take the initiative of addressing the vaccine shortage amid the deadly second wave of the pandemic. Also, you must know that Haryana has also gone for a COVID tender, global tender, right? It has also gone, but this is the first state. COVID-19 Vaccines Global Access is a worldwide initiative aimed at providing equitable access to anti-COVID vaccines. Indu Jain has passed away recently. She was the chairperson of which group? The answer for the same is she was the chairperson of Times Group. So Times Group and Times Now TV channel as a part of the Times Group described Jain as a lifelong spiritual seeker, pioneering philanthropist, distinguished patron of the arts and passionate proponent of women's rights. So you can see it here. Roman Khassanov has been given 10-year ban for corruption. Is from which country? The answer for the same is that he is from Kazakhstan. So tennis player who represented Kazakhstan in the Davis Cup has been banned for 10 years after admitting to a string of corruption charges. He has been banned from attending any official tennis events and fined $1 lakh with all but 25,000 of the sum suspended. So you can see it here. He admitted to offences that he made between 2014 through 2018. Which of the following countries is going to host the Women's Rugby Tournament, the Rugby World Cup from 8th October 22 to 12th November 22? The answer for the same is that New Zealand is going to hold it. World Rugby has confirmed that the dates for next year's Women's Rugby World Cup will be in New Zealand, and the tournament is going to run from 8th October to 12th November 2022. The 12-team tournament was due to be held this year, but it has been shifted and postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Which space agency and Axiom Space have agreed on terms for the first private astronaut mission to the International Space Station, which will launch soon on January 2022? The answer for the same is NASA and Axiom Space. So Axiom Space is a Texas-based company, have agreed on the teams for the first private astronaut mission to the International Space Station, which will launch as soon as January 2022. So you can see it here. The agreement announced includes only a portion of the assorted exchange required to make this flight like a reality, but it will result in a net payment from NASA to Axiom of $1.69 million. The agreement will allow Axiom to send a retired NASA astronaut and 3 passengers to the orbiting laboratory aboard a SpaceX Crew Dragon capsules for a journey for about a week in the first crewed space station mission for exclusively private interests. So you can see it here. Which company has acquired India Bulls Mutual Fund for rupees 175 crore? Kindly give the correct answer. The company that has acquired India Bulls Mutual Fund is Grow. So Grow has acquired India Bulls Mutual Fund for rupees 175 crore. Grow's co-founder and chief executive Lalit Keshre told PTI that it would have taken long time for the company to build a business from scratch. And the acquisitions for India Bulls Asset Management Company and the trustee company also comes with learnings which the operating team has gained in its journey. Apple's Epsilon Advanced Material, a subsidiary of Epsilon Carbon, signed an MOU with Bevolf Mining PLC to set up a joint venture company in which country? So kindly give the answer. The answer for the same is that they have signed a joint MOU with Finland. So joint venture company is going to be set up in Finland. The MOU acts as a formal market entry vehicle for Epsilon for supplying anode material into Europe by firmly establishing itself in Finland, the company said in a statement. So they will join and they will jointly develop a strategic processing hub for both natural flake and recycled graphite in Finland. Which of the following banks has received shareholders approval for the issuance of 2465423 equity shares to the Government of India on a preferential basis for a capital infusion of 4,100 crore? The answer for the same is Indian Overseas Bank. So Indian Overseas Bank has received shareholders approval for issuance of 246 crore 54 lakhs 23,932 equity shares to the Government of India on preferential basis for a capital infusion of 4,100 crore. So you can see it here. OneWeb has signed a cooperative agreement with which bank to promote its satellite communication services in the global and Japan markets? The answer for the same is that one bank has signed this cooperative agreement with SoftBank. So SoftBank Corp, Tokyo, and OneWeb announced an agreement for mutual cooperation to promote OneWeb's satellite communication services in the global and Japan markets. SoftBank and OneWeb will promote satellite communication services via the combination of OneWeb services and SoftBank services, including advanced communication and digital transformation (DX) platform services. Reserve Bank of India has cancelled the license of United Cooperative Bank Limited. It is situated in which district in West Bengal? The answer for the same is that it is located in Baghanan. Not United Bank, but United Bank of India, but United Cooperative Bank, right? So United Cooperative Bank, kindly remember. So it is located in Baghanan in West Bengal. The bank did not have adequate capital and lacked earning prospects, cited the Apex Bank regulator as the reason behind the cancellation of the license. Which payment bank has DigiGold for digital gold investment? Kindly give the correct answer. Which bank has DigiGold for digital gold investment? The answer for the same is Airtel Payments Bank. So it has launched DigiGold for digital gold investment. The customers can make investments in gold in partnership with digital gold provider Safe Gold. So you can see it here. So basically what they do is digital gold thing is that they hold the gold in like let's say 4 gram gold you want to buy. So they hold the gold digitally, right? At the prices at the price you bought. So if you want to have it, you can just ask the Safe Gold to deliver it to your home with some charges, or they can hold it. Now there is a maximum holding period. So let us say after 5 years, either you will have to have the gold or either you will have to sell it digitally again. So with DigiGold, Airtel Payment Bank saving account customers can invest in 24K gold using the Airtel Thanks app. Customers can also give DigiGold to their family and friends and have a saving account with Airtel Payment Bank. Thank you for watching, dear friends. Shall meet you tomorrow morning with an inspiration thing with Swami Vivekanand. Thank you for watching.